inventions is part of that product, and that hasn't really happened yet. We only receive 40 invention disclosures from academics a year. That has fallen. It used to be 75, and it is far too little, and that is a huge problem for us at the moment. The University of Copenhagen's Technology Transfer Office is a central office. It's part of the normal university administration. If you look around Europe, there are many ways of organizing this. For example, the University of Bergen's Technology Transfer Office is a private company in Norway. If you look at KU Leuven in Belgium, they also have a semi-private setup, but they're still part of the university. So there are many ways of doing it, and I don't think anyone can say that one model is right and the other one is wrong. I think what we have at my university is right for my university, and I think it depends what kind of institution you're from, which kind of setup is the best. So I don't think there is one best solution. I think it depends on the context you're operating in. This I have put up because, as I told you, the Technology Transfer Office was set up within the medical faculty at the university, and that is what I call phase one. We were operating in isolation. We did not really have the backing of the university management. Then we became part of the university management. People started to talk about the third leg of the university, the third mission of the university, and now actually we would like to move away from anything to do with a third mission, because really technology transfer and innovation should not be a third mission of the university. It should be an integrated mission within research activities and teaching activities. So that is where we would like to go, to the embedded phase in phase 3, but we are not there yet. As I told you, we focus on licensing agreements. We do spin-outs if the researchers would like to do spin-outs, but we don't really pursue it actively. I'm going to jump here. I'm going to jump here because I do want to talk about a new program that has been introduced at, well, it began at Glasgow University in Scotland, and it is called Easy Access IP. And this is a concept where the university simply hands over intellectual property to companies absolutely for free. They can have it. So they make licensing agreements with companies. They do not have to pay anything. If they get a fantastic product on the market, the company does not have to pay anything. There are certain conditions though, and that is that the researcher has to agree that this will happen to his or her invention. The company will have to demonstrate that the company actually is capable of developing and using the technology. If the company has not done that within 3 years, the IP will go back to the university. The university can do research within the area, and if this becomes a huge success, the company has to acknowledge the university and the researcher. This, of course, does not apply for all intellectual property, but I'm sure you do, as well as we do in my office. You have some intellectual property. You have been trying to commercialize it for a long time without any luck, and all you see is bills and bills and bills coming in, and the intellectual property is not going anywhere. So this is the portfolio where we think, well, instead of just giving the intellectual property back to the researcher, in which case nothing will happen, we will try to put it up on our website and say to any company, do you want it? You can have it. We just started this 2 weeks ago, and I have to say that it has already proven to be a great success, because we have a piece of technology. We've tried to commercialize it for a long time, couldn't, so we put it up on our Easy Access IP website. A small Danish company saw it and thought, that's fantastic, that is exactly what we need. This company has never ever done any business with my university before, so now they'll get that experience, we'll get the IP out to work, and everyone's happy. So I've just put down there, more IP will be disseminated, There was going to be more transfer from university to industry because of this scheme, we think. We will be able to create new relationships with companies. Companies may want to fund more research within our university, in which case payment will come back to the university in another way. And the university fulfills its mission of disseminating as much knowledge to society as possible. I also have to say that it is a clear policy of my university that we do not do technology transfer in order to earn money. That is not an objective. We do not care about the money because we are being funded by the tax I'm paying. So in a way that doesn't matter. What matters to us that we get knowledge out into society and that it's being used. Money doesn't matter. And therefore, we also think this is a very good system. Anyway, so this concept was invented at Glasgow University, and the 29th of June, Copenhagen University, King's College in London, and Bristol University also launched this concept, and I will be very surprised if more universities, certainly in Europe, did not jump on this idea very quickly. If I should just sum up some of the good stuff that we have going on at my university, number one is that management fully supports what we are doing in terms of technology transfer. We also have performance contracts with each of the 8 faculties every year, where they have to tell the university management what kind of technology transfer goals they want to achieve. So the deans will be held accountable to the vice chancellor. If the deans have said, I want to hand in 20 inventions to the technology transfer office, and the dean's faculty only hands in 5, questions will be asked. So that's also a very good thing. The national network I've told you about is fantastic. The freedom and empowerment that my office has is also great because it just makes everything so much easier. Some of the not so good things at my university, I would say, or in Denmark as a whole, technology transfer is still seen as a third mission. Some researchers still think they have to choose between doing inventions and doing good research, and I just wish that some of them will soon realize that they don't have to choose. They can combine this and actually to their advantage. We do not have any incentive schemes for researchers who are very active in technology transfer, and that is terrible. I don't know why I would like to hand the researcher a check if he or she has done something special for technology transfer or handed in a fantastic invention, but at the moment that is not possible. We do have the how can I say, the division of income, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, that also our colleague from Brazil talked about. But you know, that could take 10 or 15 years before any income comes in from any inventions, and until then, our researchers don't get anything. Yes, yes, yes. The Danish universities and industry have developed model contracts together that took 2 years to sit around the table and agree on some kind of model contracts, research contracts, commercial contracts, or commercial agreements, whatever. A lot of time went into this, and no one is using them. They've done the same in Britain, where you have the Lambert agreements, which is the same system. But of course, whenever we need to do a contract or agreement with a company, they come to us with their agreement, and they want to use their agreement, not some model agreement. Technology transfer offices in Denmark are usually understaffed, which is a problem. And we have issues with how we measure the work that we do. And if we have some time afterwards, maybe that's a question we could discuss, because I would be interested to know how government measures your technology transfer offices. Because the way it happens in Europe does not make any sense to anyone. It's just about counting numbers, which doesn't make sense. I think that's me. That's me.